I think in everything, whether it's, again, filmmaking, photography, music, especially in electronic music, 20 years ago, making electronic music was really difficult. You know, you had to have obscure pieces of equipment, and you had to figure out how to make them all talk to each other, and so finding the equipment was difficult, getting it to work was difficult, and now everything exists on a laptop, you know, just like individual pieces of software that do everything for you. So on one hand, I love that because it's very egalitarian, and the software works flawlessly, and it sounds great, and anyone can use it, but at the same time, I mean, we run the risk of everybody being an artist, which on one hand is great, but it just means that if everyone's an artist, who's ever going to stop and listen to what other people are doing? You know, if everybody's making music, then everyone's just clamoring to get their music listened to, which might not be such a bad thing, but... My website, moby.com, started in, I think, 1999, 99 or 2000, and it started just as a way of making people aware of upcoming shows, and it sort of evolved into a lot more than that, especially as bandwidth increased. For me, the website is just a fun way of communicating directly with people. You know, in the old days, the only way you could communicate with an audience member was through, like, you know, different media outlets or through the gatekeepers at the record company. Now I can communicate very directly. And I also just recently started a website called mobygratis.com that takes music that I've made and gives it away for free to independent filmmakers and film students. And that goes through moby.com as well. I started mobygratis.com because a lot of my friends who are independent filmmakers or film students complained that the hardest part about making a film is actually trying to license music, you know, because they don't have budgets, and so the record companies don't return their calls, the publishing companies don't return their calls. So I started Moby Gratis as a way to just give free music to my friends who are independent filmmakers, and the response from that community, the independent film community, has been great. And we've had about 8,000 uses so far. You know, it's been used in, well, not 8,000 different films, but 8,000 different uses. So, and we've only thus far, for the most part, publicized it to people in the independent film community.